Greetings and welcome into episode 11 of my Stationeers Mars playthrough on normal. So, if you guys remember last episode, towards the end, we kind of messed around with that gas mask, right? We weren't sure what filters to put in there. Well, after doing some further research, the filters you want to put in are the filters that you don't want, right? So if you go into like our greenhouse there and it's got carbon dioxide, um, what is it? Oxygen and nitrogen. So you would just put in CO2 filters to filter out that CO2 um and then allow the oxygen and nitrogen to pass through. The only difference is the oxygen content in that room is less than, I think it's 35% that the stationer needs to be able to breathe normally, right? So if our oxygen concentration was 35%, we could actually use a gas mask in there with the carbon dioxide filter um, and be able to function. So there's that. Beautiful day in Alaska today. Unless you like driving, we've got some freezing rain out there. Um, Other than that, no snow, so that's a good thing. I don't have to go take care of it. So good day for stationers today. Um, I think that was all we had talked about, or all that we had questions regarding. So did some research for you guys. We figured it out. Let's get this show on the road. Hopefully, everybody's Wednesday is going well for them. I did some like locker look throughs earlier today, and I was short on silicone, so I took care of that. We've got silicone. So as you can see, I did kind of update our to-do list. Um, I do want to get that greenhouse automated, kind of like we have here in the workshop, and we're gonna do it different, right? So remember last episode, episode 10, we kind of overcomplicated it, right? So we've got this. I mean, this works. If you're trying to keep your temperature between a certain range, this works. But if you want to keep it at a specific temperature, right? Say 25 degrees. I'm going to show you guys how to do that today because I don't want to have to worry about what's in here, right? I just want to plant and forget, not have to worry about it. But our temperature control is working really well. As you can see, it's 23 degrees in here, so the valve is off. As the temperature climbs, gets to 27, that valve will kick on and cool the room. Working great. And then um, time permitting, I want to add just a little room off this back wall, and then we'll end up moving that cooling section. And then I don't know that we'll get to it. I'm hoping, or we can actually kind of go over it when we program the um, cooling. But I want to talk a little bit about some more MIPS programming. MIPS is if you don't know, MIPS programming is the coding language that RocketWorks uses for stationers here. So let us see what we need. We're probably just going to need a digital valve. We've already got the gas sensor back there, I believe. Let's find out. Make sure we got everything. I'm pretty sure I do. If you hear the cat in the background, I apologize. Apparently she's decided it's time to go nuts. Yes, we do have a gas sensor. It's not labeled though. But remember, this greenhouse is on its own network, so that doesn't need to be labeled. We can label it, but we don't have to. And probably what we'll do is because this chip, right, is automating the grow light here, because there is a sleep timer, right? That's going to affect any other programming. It has to actually go through that sleep timer before it does anything else. So anything after the sleep timer or prior to that sleep timer doesn't get counted. So we're probably going to make a whole nother housing to control the cooling here. So we'll just print out a digital valve and we should be good. All right, chat. You should have told me. Hey, it's not made there, dummy. We need steel. Probably need to make some more cable too, just because. Can never have enough of that crap. So I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. There's a guy that I follow, Owner of the Cosmos on YouTube. Look him up. He did a Stationeers bit, 12, 13. Sorry. He did a Stationeers news bit, and they're, because he plays on the beta branch, so he's kind of, he likes to update his community on what's going on out there. with Stationeers. But so Rocketworks is working on like oh man, the one I do remember is the fridge. The fridge is getting a light, y'all. We're getting a fridge light. It's beautiful. Can't wait for that. And then cables. They're making a larger cable than the um, heavy cable. That'll carry, I think he said, up to 500,000 watts, something like that. The larger battery charger, the one that holds 5 batteries, is getting reworked. It does print out awfully fast, so if you miss that stop button, you'll have more than you need. So they're increasing the time it takes to make that charger, and they're also changing the recipe. I think they're adding steel and electrum to it. But yeah, check him out, man. Owner of the Cosmos on YouTube, all one word. Good stuff. Oh, you know what else we need? Let's do that housing and a chip. Add a copper. Yeah. Let's see if we got any of that. Oh, we don't have copper ingots. But we have copper. And integrated. Well, at least we didn't need copper for that. Probably gonna need more cable. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. How's our food? Oh, they're ready. They are ready. What we really need to do, though, is plant some soybean. I'm going to leave those in there while we do this. And we're going to keep that on us. So, what we need to do is take that valve off. How's our pressure in there? And we can add a little bit more. Okay. Goodbye, manual valve. Hello, digital. I don't. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right. So I'm gonna bend this towards the wall. Yeah, and then bend it down. Is there anything there? No. And then we'll go this way. That should be connected to everything. So, in the auto lathe, right? I tend to be, you guys know me, man. I'm functional. In the auto lathe, though, right? You can print out, it's up to you what you use. There's floor grading that you can put in here to hide these pipes, hide these, hide your cable, kind of like the walls, right? But you can also use these flat walls here and just place them so that the shadow box is facing up, and it acts as just like a regular floor, man. So I'm just not that, what do you call it, decorative, I guess. Okay, so that's done. We're ready for that. I don't think I have a network analyzer in there. No. I'm pretty sure we'll see this on the network. So, and we're going to do it different. Instead of overcomplicating it, we're just going to set this to... My light died. We're going to set this to go on if the temperature is greater than or equal to 25 degrees Celsius using that gas sensor. I don't have my labeler, so that's what we'll do. Simple, easy, man. I overcomplicated it, but it's just another method, right? Especially if you're trying to, maintain a certain range. This will be the super simplified method.
Waste tank caution.
Why didn't you tell me that while I was in there? Hold on, let me change my battery real quick. The other thing to do, eventually, not now, we won't do it today, is run a gas tank storage with a volume pump, right? And we can just dump our gas into here from there. What's our pressure? 65? Ugh. Do I have an Atmo analyzer? I do. Well, that ain't bad. We do want to take these, though. Whoop. And then we want to plant soybean. Now, the reason I only planted 2 is because if we have a catastrophic failure in this room, power goes out, run out of water, right? You've still got a backup seed. So, and if all goes well, you should get 3 soybean from those guys. So and you can always plant, like I could plant this potato in here. You can always plant the harvested crop. We are thirsty, so we will get a drink. Oop. All right, let's get out of this suit for a bit. Remember, it keeps our hygiene down. Get rid of this. Thought I had another one. Okay. What we're gonna do, we're gonna leave that in there for right now. And then if there's multiple housings, just make sure you're on the correct one. Right, so we're gonna keep all of this. But remember, in here, in the greenhouse, it was actually just called gas sensor. It was the default name that it gives the sensor when you place it, right? We could still use temp. We could still use all this. But what we're gonna do, yeah, we can use this. Because remember, we're loading from the gas sensor, right? Our temperature and what it is. Then we're converting that temperature from Kelvin to Celsius. The rest of this can go away. Okay. And then what we can do here is we've got our temperature. So if our temperature in the greenhouse is greater than or equal, right? Our register, which is temp, if our temp it is greater than or equal to 25, this becomes a 1. And 1 meaning like a valve will turn on or open or whatever have you, right? Whatever you're trying to do. Once we've established that, what we're going to do, since we didn't rename our valve, we're still good. We are going to write to our valve I believe it's on. Yeah, on of temp. Okay? So what happens now is if this is a 1, the valve will open. Because if you do this, if you look up digital valve, digital valve, right? We can write the on. If it'll click on it, there we go. Right, so the current state of the device, 0 for off, 1 for on. So if that digital valve, we know from last episode, if that digital valve over there is on, it's open, it's allowing cold air to pass through here and cool down the room. Right? according to whatever temp is. Now, if the temperature is less than, say, 25, right, this becomes a 0. Thus, the valve will turn off. Okay? Super simplified, easy cooling code. So if we just confirm that, and we're going to turn this off real fast. We're going to... Oh, good call. Good call, man. We should label this chip. So we put this over here. We go like this. And this will be greenhouse temperature chip. Right? And we'll take the workshop chip out, put the greenhouse temp chip in, click export a couple of times, swap the two, turn that back on. Okay, and we'll go into here after we get our suit and put that away. We don't have a temperature deal in here, huh? What is the temp in here? 24 degrees? Okay, not bad. So now, if we turn that on, if the temperature is greater than or equal to 25 degrees, that valve will kick open and cool the room. Boom, done. Get rid of that help window. That help window, for those of you that are new or never played Stationeers, it just kind of gives you an idea, like a direction to go, you know, especially if you're a first-time player. We need food. Where did I put that? So I planted the soybeans because, I mean, it's used to make other stuff, for one. But we can use what soybean makes. It makes, actually it makes a couple things. But the what I'm after is the soy oil, I believe it's called, right? This here. It's made in a reagent processor. And we can just attach that to this. It'll be like the microwave. You gotta wrench it down for it to work. But that soy oil makes... I wonder if we can do that. It would be in here anyway. Right here. French fries. So if you look, French fries take 5 oil from soy and then 1 potato, uncooked, unmicrowaved, right? Not a baked potato, but just a regular potato. But check this out, man. It's got a little bit more nutrition, and it's also got plus 75% hydration capacity. And I think that's I think that's actually increased, but I don't remember my hydration being as high as it is. No, because I think it's the same as canned. We'll look at that too. Whereas a baked potato, if that's in here, yeah, baked potato, right? No hydration bonus and half the nutrition. So if we can get a decent crop of soybeans going, we'll have a food that we can eat that will maintain down here in the lower left corner, maintain our thirst and actually give it a bonus so we won't have to drink near as often. Because eating on these potatoes, man, yeah, you get thirsty. It's crazy how much water I go through on those potatoes. We're wasting power here. Okay, so that is done. We can update our to-do list. Oh, get rid of that. There. It's been a minute, man. How did we do? Let's go outside and check that out. I'm wondering about I mean, we're good on water, really. There's 27 liters of liquid volume in there. That's not bad, but it could be better. Yeah, 32 liters in the network just by itself. That's kind of why I mined silicon earlier offline. Yeah, we only got one of those. But I believe when we set up the gas production, I don't have anything here. We had crushers, but I don't know if I did anything for water. Pretty sure we don't have a tank. There's that one. No liquid stuff in there though. Just go check it out. Refresh our memory. Hate that.
Oxygen low. Low
I
pressure.
hit the button. What the hell?
Oxygen critical. Pressure critical.
Anyway. How did we? Oh, we did set it up. And we're just using the tank that's in there, huh? That's a lot of pipe, dude. Holy crap. 25, 30. 30 just to that corner. Probably gonna need a full stack. Hmm. $513 moles. Not much there. I gotta sneeze. Beer back. Wow, sorry guys. Whew. Alright. I should run that water though, because my kitchen's gonna come out this way. And I'd rather have that pipe. Because we can move that as well. but I'd rather have the pipe here. That way we can just come up, come up on a wall or whatever. Or branch this way. Alright, sorry, we gotta do it. We're gonna make a crap ton of pipe. Insulated pipe. For those that don't know and first time players, you want to use insulated pipe because you want to maintain that that temperature, right? We set the temperature of our ice crusher to, oh, we didn't, because 288 Kelvin minus 273 is only 15, so we can change this to 293, I believe. Yeah, 20 degrees, which is basically room temp, 21 degrees, whatever. So we just bump that up to 290. I'm going to do 294. So now when we throw water ice in there, right, it'll heat up to 21 degrees Celsius and then pass it through the pipe. So the water will be 21 degrees Celsius and the nitrogen. Nitrogen's not, I'm not too concerned with because we don't use that. Except for jetpack fuel, right? But water, yeah, water temperature is important because you don't want it to freeze in there and that. Plus, you don't want it to boil over. Of course, we're not on Vulcan or Venus, so we'll be good. We're having generation problems over there. They don't need repaired. Okay. I gotta sneeze again. Oh, sorry guys. Search. Insul. Okay, not gonna have enough. Okay, if anybody's watching this now, thank you by the way. But if you're watching it later, I upload these videos to YouTube. I'm at MadHat, aka on YouTube as well. So if you guys are watching this later, why is it? Because I don't know. I'm so used to hitting that button to get out of here, right? Why is it we can do it here? Okay. But not here. That's driving me crazy. Because on my other game that I'm just messing around in, I have the same issue, right? I can hit this button. Yeah. I don't know. Let me know.
Oxygen low. Low pressure. Oxygen critical. Pressure critical.
Insulated liquid pipe. Do we have enough? We got enough silicon. Oh my god, I hope we have steel. Well, we do. How's our power generation? Well, it's not blinking anymore. Alright, insulated pipe. We need a crap ton. Okay, while we're waiting for that, I try to do a segment on my stream at least one time during it. And any of you guys, if when you're here live on chat, man, you guys can do this too, right? If you do exclamation and then it's qotd, Quebec Oscar Tango Delta, that will bring up today's question of the day. So Stream Element says, hey Mad Hat, today's question of the day is, what is the tallest peak on the North American continent? Bonus points if you know where it is located. So if you're watching now, type your answer into the comments. If you're watching later on YouTube, put it in the comments, man. I'm gonna give you guys a couple minutes and to answer, and then I'll give you the correct answer. We'll go check on our temperature in here while we wait. 24 degrees still, and the valve is off. Probably got enough, man. Wait, they stack in 20s? No, we don't have enough. Keep going. Keep digging. Okay, so I just want to thank everybody that watching, right? Especially now and later, because man, you guys are, you're the support, dude. So, and dudettes, you guys are the reason I keep doing this, if you like the content, don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube later, don't forget to smash that like button. Feel free to comment. I check that. I check my YouTube channel. I'm on YouTube pretty much daily. Right before I go to bed, I try to watch something for about 15, 20 minutes and then go to sleep. But yeah, don't feel free to smash that like button. Comment if you got questions or comments or even sarcastic remarks, man. I can take constructive criticism, believe me. Let's do 10 more, and if we don't need it, we've got extra for later. That's 40, right? Yeah. We just do 10 more. We got the stuff. We can get rid of that ice bag. What are we at? 3 minutes? I'll give you another minute or so. Okay, so Stream Elements did say today's question of the day is what is the tallest peak on the North American continent? So the tallest peak on the North American continent is Mount McKinley. That's what I believe. I'd have to check. I believe that's what the federal government says about uh, that's what the federal government's designation is for that mountain peak. Anybody who's ever lived up here in Alaska or is native to Alaska refers to it as Denali, right? Because where that mountain is Denali National Park. It's always been Denali to us. So, and I actually can step out of my front porch and see that mountain. Um, I am what's that park at? I'm less than an hour from the mountain though, so yeah. Mount McKinley or Denali, as the locals call it, tallest peak on the North American continent. Bit of trivia for you. That's driving me crazy. I'd have to add some more panels, huh? Is that a three-fer or two? One. That's a two. Okay. All right, now we can go freaking large. I do like these longer pipes, man. That it helps, and I believe it consume. Probably because I need more pipe. So let's do this. Look at that. One big long. Oh, it only used 8. Nice. Okay. Well, let's keep it going. There's another one. What's blocking it? Oh, I'm out of pipe. So 10 might be too long there. Let's do 5. Out of pipe again. 5 work? Yep. Perfect. Okay, and we just need a corner here. Um, 5 is too long. 3 will work though. There's 3. Do a bump up. And then tie it in. More than enough. $42 liters of liquid in the pipe. Why is that being radiated? And convected for that matter. Huh. It's going down though. Or if we have uninsulated pipe on this network somewhere. insulated there. And we're insulated there. Huh, that's crazy. At any rate. Check that valve. Is that working yet? Yeah, we won't know. Okay. Get a little drinky drink. So, I'm worried about that battery. Might have to add more panels. I'm not worried about that right now, though. Let us turn that off. I dumped all my steel into here, didn't I? Probably gonna need a bit more than that. How much is in here, though? Yeah, we're probably gonna need more. Alright, so it doesn't need to be very big. I think we can do... like 3 deep by... yeah, as wide as this building is, so... 15 frames. We're gonna have to make more, though. 15. That battery's toast. I wonder what happened there. Huh. Caffeinate the brain. Wednesday, when it's hump day, guys. Hump day. 2 more days to the weekend. You almost got her. Hang in there, folks. Okay. So, because it's going to be, we need atmosphere in there, we're going to need to seal that floor, so that's actually double the amount of sheet. I think I'm going to go make steel while we're thinking about it. So, let's ask the magic 8 ball if we're going to blow up the furnace today. Hey, 8 ball, are we going to blow up our furnace today? No, feels good, man. All right, good. I dig it. We can only hope. 700, what do we need, like 900 or some shit? So steel is, I believe it's 900. Yeah, 900 Kelvin. We don't need much. Let's do 2 and 1 for now. I bet we're gonna need more. Because remember, our temperature drops as you add more items. Yeah, we'll just do 2 more and call it good. Right, so we lost some of that temperature. I wonder, will it climb a little bit if we relieve some of that pressure? No. Denied. We don't need much, man. So let's pop maybe 1 in there. There we go. Oh. Alright, get rid of all this crap on your screen. Oh, while we're here, yeah, we need copper, don't we? Good to go. And we did not blow up the furnace. That's always a good day. I just get so paranoid because I've done it so many times of having anything in my hands when I'm trying to feed that thing. I have an extra APU. Did we not put one up somewhere? Anyway, I get so paranoid trying to feed that, about having anything in my hands when I'm working that furnace, because I have tossed actually a full backpack, one of these, and it was like, I had like volatile, I had oxide in here, and I had nitrice in here, and I tossed that whole bag into there because it was right here, right? Yeah, it was, it was bad. It blew out that everything that was in there except even there was a crater in the floor, but yeah, nothing survived in there. I bailed out when it started flaming. It was crazy. I just get so paranoid. So I try to keep all my backpacks up here now and my hands empty. Because it doesn't matter if you throw an ingot in there. That doesn't matter. It's just the ice. So we need steel. We'll do that. We're gonna bump this up to 100. Turn that on. Then we're gonna take it back down to 50. We'll put one of those in there. We'll hang on to this one. And that one. We'll use this one. Back to what we were doing. So 30 sheets just for the floor, and then we'll do the math on the wall and all that stuff. Yeah. So, we're gonna need 3, 6, 11 plus 15, that's 26. 26 wall pieces, but we have any windows? We don't. I wouldn't mind some windows, right? How are we doing here? So, like, if we take, we're gonna poke a hole through. We're gonna poke a hole right through there, okay? And our kitchen's gonna be on this back room. What I wouldn't mind is like a corner window, and or even 2 corner windows. Is that gonna work with all that there? I may move this to the ceiling. That way we can have a corner window, and maybe a center window there. Allow some natural light. And then the view, dude, because you can make furniture, right? I think on one of my bases in the kitchen, I've got like the It's like your booths, you know, like you see at a restaurant. The booth chairs. I've got I think it's the dining room table. Okay, that's for the floor. But I've got a dining room table. You know, it's all here in the corner by the window. Um, you can make a coffee cup. I've got a coffee cup on my dining room table. Of course, every time I come into the base, a coffee cup rolls off the table because of the pressure change. Um, hmm. But anyway, yeah, there's all kinds of neat stuff that you can build here. And what did we say? 26. Well, 26. So if we go 26 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 21 flat walls. We've got 2 in there. So what we could do is 21. We can make 20. That way it's an even number. Flat. Because I believe... Oh, it is 1 full gram of steel. But some things take like half a gram, and you want to make an even number of it. That way you don't have, you know, half a gram in your machine. You just try to use up that extra half a gram, and I've got an extra cable or whatever it is I'm making. 20 flat walls, and then we need composites for the windows. Just 5 of those. Hold on. All right. Not bad though, huh? We're coming along. We're gonna get this out of here. Um, I like it kind of open. You know, and then once we open this up, right? We can. Where's our door? Yeah. And our ingots are here. So once we open this up, I'm not paying attention. Once we open this up, right, we can throw a stacker, you know, so we're not constantly taking this off. But we can throw a stacker somewhere so that we can split our materials. Okay, there's those. And then we said 5 just regular wall kits. That gives you the winder. The winders.
Hunger caution.
Yeah. Oh, who was it? I think it was one of my friends. We were talking. Give me a second. Remember, I forget what episode it was. We were talking about the voice that we hear when she mentions these caution or critical warnings. And my buddy was saying should call the voice Anna for like automated navigational aid. But she's not really navigating. But I mean, that's a good idea, you know. Yeah, 5 regular walls. So we got that. I think these are just steel. So we're gonna need 20. We got plenty of those. We're gonna need 20 more sheets. But yeah, we're still trying to come up with an idea. It's really, he just warns us. Can I drink real quick? Eat. I think I got time. There. So that'll get that kitchen completely built and sealed in. And then we can poke a hole through that. We're gonna have to move this whole operation. And I kind of want to put it on the ceiling, man. That should be insulated. All right. So check our good there, good there, good there. Our light could probably be refreshed. Close that so you're not looking at it. Let's make a kitchen, man. So we can store our food and make food. Ooh, I may have to level this out. Yeah. And then hit R, can set to flatten. Oh, that battery's gonna die. Let's actually move. Let's place this down so we know where to flatten it to. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Looks good, huh? Here comes the sun. Oh, I hope I don't get copyrighted for that one. Do a little bit of welding. I am out of gas. That should be in there, right? I believe so. You know, do we have a tool? We've got the tool, right? I don't think we can make the electric one yet. Or the arc welder. Oh, we can. Do we have that stuff? We need electrum, inbar, and solder. Huh. Yeah, we got it all. Right on. Next time. Okay. Now, we were talking about, actually, let's put the windows up first, right? So we can do a window there, a window there, a window there, a window there, and one there. And then we got our walls. I mean, like, look at that view, dude. You know? That's a pretty good view. I was telling the wife, actually, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I was out mining. And, I says, I really like Mars, man. If for anything, the scenery, you know? Oh, how did I miscount? I need one more wall piece. Huh. Weird. Usually I'm spot on with my math. No. Flat wall, dude. Flat wall. I wonder if that means I'm gonna be a steel sheet off as well. Somebody in chat's going, he's gonna forget the glass and plastic. Watch. I almost did. Good catch, guys. Good catch. Yeah, I know that's not how that works. Alright. Try this again. I'm curious if that, I mean, that battery's working. We checked it just a little bit ago, too. Getting power. We're probably gonna need more panels, man. Yeah. Probably just need more panels. Alright, where was it? Up here? There. Now, because we're gonna, so we're gonna have to move this because this is gonna no longer be effective, right? I'm thinking about putting it up here in the ceiling. Maybe right up here. See how it goes, see how it goes. Right? So can you imagine, like, putting a table here or a booth or anything, man, and just, like, drinking your morning coffee looking at the Mars landscape? Be great, man. Kind of on the wrong side. I'd almost rather be over there because the sun kind of goes this way. But whatever, you know, it works, man. It's still Mars. I think that's all of our windows, right? Yeah. Okay. So now I don't have my ice bag on me, and we're trapped in here, so not for long. Make sure we're sealed. Yeah, we just barely have enough pressure. Actually, I think we're okay. Yep, we're good. We are good. Okay, so I shouldn't have taken my suit off yet. We're gonna move this operation, but we do need. What's that sound? Oh, we're getting a windstorm. I guess we're not going outside. Dang it, Bubby. Yeah, but anyway, where we come through the ceiling, you really should have, or, excuse you. You really should have an insulated pipe where it pokes through the wall here, right? To your digital valve or whatever. That way it doesn't. Because the pipe here as it is actually we can look. It's see how it's convecting heat right now. Or it'll radiate it, radiate the heat out. But if it's insulated, you'll maintain your inside temperature and then it won't be affected by outside temperature. That's how that works. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, that battery hopefully should charge up now pretty good, huh? I forget how many windmills we have out there. Or wind turbines. 4, I think. So, up to 4,000 watts of power being generated. We hope. So, yeah, perfect, right? Turn my light off. Now we have a kitchen. We can actually move this stuff. We're gonna need cable. I think I've got enough to come into here. Right? We can put our fridge somewhere here in the corner. We can move that water operation in here. Right here, maybe. And then I wonder if, where's that made? Probably the pipe vendor. Can we build a drinking fountain? Heck yeah. So we can, might as well do it while we're thinking about it. Right, so we'll have the we'll have the water fill station so that we can fill water bottles for when we do eventually end up traveling further than the base. But we'll use the drinking fountain for when we're just in here. Right? And then we can set up like... yeah, a chair, a table. We can set up the microwave and stuff in here. We can make a little kitchen out of this. Right? Let's... I'm going to have to move that because I'm not going to be able to get the cable through there. Yep. Was that not ratcheted down? Oh, weird. Yeah, look at that. Charging it now. Okay, so we can run some cable through the cable through the wall there. You know what? Let's color... What do you think, guys? Black? Do we have black? We don't have black there. Fucking bright. Black. There we go. And that looks better black, I think. Just my personal opinion. Okay, then we can move... We'll do that after the windstorm. Then we can move this. That should be... Yeah, because that was 1, 2, 3. And this can actually completely go away. take that out. Okay, put that away, put that away, grab that. And we'll have to go outside and mess with the piping there. Okay, what I do want to do though is we want this. I don't know. We could do it there, I guess. We'll leave that tank there, but we can go out and disassemble that and move it. But first things first, man. So after a windstorm, you have to go out and repair your panels. Because their efficiency will be lower now.
Oxygen low.
I got it, guys. A-V, as in Victor, A. Alpha Victor.
Hydration critical.
Shut up, lady. I'm trying to talk here. Alpha Victor Alpha. AVA for Automated Voice Aid. Automated Voice Aid. AVA. Yeah, let me know what you think. Why am I taking lung damage? Pressure dropped. Really? Huh. I don't think it's the pressure. I think it's the content of stuff here. That's weird. We're over 53%. Still taking lung damage. I wonder if we just increase the pressure in here.
Hunger caution.
Okay, look, Ava, you and I, yeah, we gotta have a talk here. So let's do... Somebody must have butt dialed me. There we go. At least the lung warning went away now. So we just have to eat. Okay. That back. We can throw this back in here. Got sidetracked. Yeah, we need to go repair our panels. Looking good. Yeah, we got 4 wind turbines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Apparently I can't count. Ooh. Got that done. Oh yeah, while we're out here. And I don't know if you guys know, but if you start from the end of your pipe and work your way back to the liquid volume that's still left in that pipe will be pushed, back into the network. The more you know. That should be a T-junction. So, how do we want to do this? That is... 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's actually right here. So, what we can do is... Wow, phone's going crazy. Like that. And we want to go... Probably... that way? Oh no, because we gotta go up and over. So we need to actually go this way. I'm going to stub that. I'm hoping that's in the right spot. Pretty sure it is. And we'll just stub it through on the other side. So we should be able to do this. And then come down. think it's connected. Let's find out. Nope. We missed a connection somewhere. There we go. Got her. We got her. Yeah, and then we'll throw the... Probably actually throw the microwave in that right there or right there. Well, we want the water fountain here. So we can throw the powered bench like right here. Yeah, yeah. Starting to open up in here, man. Do we still have that black? Let's figure out where we want this first. What's gonna look good? And let's do a... Yeah. Counter style workbench. Let's put it actually right there. Ah, no, that's all right. Cool. Looks good, huh? And then we can put the water fountain right there, man. And everything will be right here. We can sit and enjoy our Mars view. Heck yeah, man. Looking good. So, look at that. Mission accomplished for today. Kitchen addition done. Well, ladies and gents, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. Got quite a bit accomplished. We plumbed in our water from the crusher outside, so now we can just feed our storage tank here. As we need water, yeah, we're going to have to start filling that. We automated the greenhouse temperature in here. I probably need to collect those. Greenhouse temperature in there. And then got our kitchen. I mean, look how more open this is, you know. We can throw a stacker here somewhere. We'll have to move that next episode. We'll get that moved over to the probably up in the ceiling there somewhere. Right? I think that was pretty much all we did today. You know, it don't take much, man, in this game, you know. 2 hours goes by pretty fast, so thanks for tuning in. Any luck, hopefully. We'll see. I never know anymore, man. So, hopefully, but same bat time. Be about 8 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. local for me. Thanks for tuning in, and those of you that do watch later, you guys rock. You're rock stars. Thanks so much, guys. Get quite a bit more viewers on the YouTube than I do here live streaming, but that don't matter to me. I do it for y'all. I'm here to entertain and educate if I can help. So, again, thanks everyone, all of you. I'm Matt Hat, aka your host. Thanks for tuning in to episode 11. Hope y'all have a safe and wonderful week. And until then, we will catch ya on the next one.